Are looking for a suspect after a woman was shot late this afternoon. Homicide detectives were on the scene here in the Walnut Park neighborhood in North St. Louis. Police tell us they were called for shots fired and they found a woman in an alley with multiple gunshot wounds. Right now we understand she is in critical condition.
Tonight, new information in the last hour about a deadly officer-involved shooting in North St. Louis. Police tweeted out this photo of what the officers found inside the man's car. A loaded revolver, marijuana, and other drugs. It happened around 1 this morning near Garfield and Vandeventer. Police say the officers were on drug patrol when they ended up in a struggle with the man. News 4's Vinton Blandon has been talking with neighbors there who say drugs have been a problem in their neighborhood.
Right now, people throughout the city are talking about this officer-involved shooting, but for most, not because it is shocking. I did some digging and found out this one on Garfield is the 9th in the city this year, compared to 13 for all of last year. Yellow police tape, flashing blue and red lights are no surprise for some who live near Garfield.
The drugs are ridiculous in this area. You have the addicts, the drug addicts that use drugs. They hang out down Bishop Sky.
This woman, who goes by Sister Bridget, has lived near the area 10 years that she and police say is known for high drug activity.
You see people walking, they high, dancing down the street, running down the street, howling.
St. Louis Police Chief John Hayden said officers shot and killed a 28-year-old on Garfield Thursday morning. He said officers patrolling the area noticed marijuana in the man's lap as he sat in the car and asked him to get out. The man refused, Chief Hayden says, so officers tried removing him. The man and one of the officers struggled. One officer pulled the taser.
I said that the tasing was unsuccessful. In other words, it did not have its desired effect.
The chief says the second officer soon noticed the man reaching for a gun.
At which time the officer fires a shot, strikes the suspect in the chest.
Sister Bridget applauds the city knocking down abandoned buildings and adding more officers on the streets in her neighborhood, but she sees so many other problems.
I think, if they put more patrol on the streets, they need to put the lights back up. It's pitch black over here. They got the lounge down across from the service station. They got the biker club. The streets are full at night. You can't park in front of your own house.
All of this happened in the presence of a 7-year-old girl. We talked with a family member of that little girl, and she told us that girl was inside the car sleeping. As for the officers involved in this shooting, the department tells us they have 2 and 3 years of service with the department, and they are on administrative leave. Reporting live outside police headquarters, Vinton Blandon, News 4.
The Police Officers Association is firing back over a retweet by the St. Louis Circuit Attorney about the officer-involved shooting. It started when an alderwoman, Megan Green, tweeted saying the St. Louis Circuit Attorney says she won't prosecute marijuana possession over 100 grams. It goes on to say this is a waste of police resources. This interaction never should have happened. Gardner retweeted the message saying exactly. Late this afternoon, Jeff Rorda with the Police Officers Association sent a statement saying this: it's another example of a pro-crime prosecutor putting criminals before the community. This was an armed drug dealer terrorizing the neighborhood, and somehow Kim Gardner thinks that's okay. The circuit attorney declined our request for an interview. Her office says this: the circuit attorney's tweet is not intended as commentary on this particular matter, as the details of this incident are still unfolding.